Have you ever looked at your own reflection and wondered, where did I go? And what if the only person who could bring you back was the one you've ignored the longest? Yourself. Today I want to share a quiet, unexpected journey. One that started with loneliness, but ended with healing. A story about being unseen and learning to see yourself again. Because the answer to those first two questions becomes clear only at the end. Let's step into a story that might just feel like your own. She realized something simple, yet life-changing. She couldn't be seen by others until she first learned to see herself. We are taught to show up only when we're polished, productive, or pleasing. Yet behind the camera, she discovered the version of herself she had forgotten. Not the filtered or smiling version pretending everything was fine, but the one who had loved deeply, struggled quietly, and survived more than anyone realized. She wasn't trying to create perfect pictures. She picked up the camera because she was afraid. She no longer existed. It started the day she tried, uploading photos for a dating profile, and found none that felt like her. Not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, deeply. So she set up her tripod, brushed her hair, took a breath, click. The first picture felt strange, unfamiliar. The second felt forced, but by the third, something shifted, something awakened. She saw not who she was, but who she might become. This wasn't about being photogenic, it was about being present again. Soon she began showing up for herself, in stillness without judgment. Some days she wore mascara. Some days she didn't even brush her hair. And some days she simply cried. But every day she showed up anyway. Slowly she began noticing things she had forgotten. Strength layered behind her eyes. Grace in the hands that had worked, held, loved. Resilience in her ability to simply be still. These weren't just photographs. They were quiet homecomings. In those moments of stillness, something unexpected happened. She began to heal. Our culture celebrates busyness, but rarely teaches us how to witness ourselves. Her camera didn't ask for perfection. It didn't judge or compare. It simply saw her, honestly, gently. And slowly she learned to see herself the same way. Her camera became a mirror, not the cruel kind, but the compassionate kind. A mirror that whispered, "You are allowed to take up space, just as you are." She wasn't invisible. She had just forgotten how to look at herself with kindness. These weren't selfies. They were self-portraits. Acts of reclamation. She didn't need to be beautiful. She needed to be honest. Every session was rebellion against perfectionism, shame, invisibility. She didn't need a milestone to deserve her own attention. She needed permission to see herself, permission to exist fully. When she finally shared pieces of her story, people began reaching back. Messages came pouring in. "I feel like I've lost myself too. I don't remember the last time I liked a photo of myself." So she began offering to photograph others, not for vanity, but for healing. Together they captured not appearance, but presence, truth, belonging, self-recognition. One woman whispered after her session, "I feel like I've come home to myself." And she knew exactly what that meant, because she had lived it too. If you've ever felt invisible, if you've looked in the mirror and seen a stranger. You don't need a milestone, achievement, or transformation to be worthy. Set up your camera. Let the light fall gently on your face. Be still. Click. The first photo might feel uncomfortable. The second may feel forced. But keep going. Because someone is waiting to show up. And that someone is the you you've been searching for. So, where did you go? You never left. You were simply waiting to be seen again. And who can truly see you? The same person who can bring you back. You.